Welcome to Rate My Gadget, and I'm going to show you how simple it is to change the headlight on a VW UP. So here we go.
First of all, turn off the engine, go inside the car, and in the passenger footwell you'll find this lever. This is for popping the boot. So go to that, you'll hear a satisfying clunk, and that means that the boot has been released. On the right hand side of the VW symbol there's a latch. Just lift that up and you'll be able to lift the bonnet up, and then this here is how you keep the bonnet up. So you pop that down. Now you need to make sure that that little lever arm goes into that hole there. Okay, now do this with two hands, put that in, but what you'll see is as I push the bonnet back and forth, see how it does that? So just be careful when you're working not to push on the bonnet, or if you're in a real windy day, because you want to make sure that's slid down to the bottom. Okay, so the headlamp, I'm going to be working on the left hand side, to the driver's side, and it's this bulb here that's gone. So this is one I need to replace. Okay, so first of all, if you go inside, engine still off at this point, this is where the light is here, and you've got like a rubber gauze that obviously protects it from any wet getting in or any dirt. That you need to just pull off around the side. Okay, so what that does is just gives you access, and you'll see it in a minute, to a little spring that's holding the light or the bulb in place. So if you just pull that away around the edges, and then once you're there, you'll see those two little eyes, those little eyelets, push those down and away, and what that does is that then releases the bulb inside. Okay, now it will still hold it in place, because, and you'll see where that little metal arm is actually connected down on the back where I was pointing there by a screw just in there. Now you're never going to be able to take that off, you can't get access to it. So what you need to do is the metal arms that I'm pointing at now, they need to be pulled around the bulb. See there, if you can see, the bulb is now free, so the metal arms have been pulled away. Okay, be careful when you're doing this that you're not pushing on any of the electrical wiring behind it. You don't want to damage any of that wiring at the back. Now once you've got the bulb out, you need to take that plug off the back, and as you can see there's the spring that's come away. Okay, so that just stays in place, ready to hold the bulb in place once you put the new one back in. Okay, so now with the rubber gauze, you peel that away, and what you're trying to do is you're going to pull away that connector. Now I'm using a screwdriver here because it will be probably quite hard fixed on there if it's been on there a while. Please be careful, you do not want to break that plastic clip. Don't pull on the wire, pull on the plastic, and as you can see here, it just starts coming away, and then eventually I had to put, like I said, a flathead screwdriver. It will just pop away, and then you can take that whole rubber housing with the bulb. Now the bulb is a H4 bulb. I've got links in the comments below. Now what I usually do with the bulb that you've bought is just to plug it in. Don't put it into place, turn the engine on, turn the lights on, and check it's working. Now do be careful, the light bulb does get hot. The reason you want to do that is to check there's no problems with the wiring or anything like that the bulb is working. So now I'm happy. I can then unplug that bulb again and fit it back into the rubber gauze, and I'll pause it there. You can see this is the way that it goes back in. It needs to be quite a flat seal, and then with that rubber cup, peel it all the way back, so you're just basically prodding the light bulb out. Okay, and what you're doing is you're putting the light bulb back in, because you need to put that light bulb back in and put that little spring clip around it. Okay, so be careful to just, you know, don't try and knock the light bulb too much. Put it back in, and as you can see, it's loose in there now. So see, that's the metal tang that I need to go around the edge. But before that, there are also these little tangs on the bulb itself that need to sit into the housing. Now I'll pause it there. See that one there? So push that into place. Then once you've done that, then you can then put the arms around the bulb and do the reverse of basically pinning them down. So those little metal arms that you unpinned last time, they go back round. As you can see, I've just done that. One's gone on, and the back one I now need to pin down as well. That hasn't clipped in. See, the back one is still loose. Pin that down. Now the bulb is staying in its place, but this rubber cup, which protects from all the dirt and the water and the moisture, that needs to then be pushed back down. Basically it needs to be pushed around that housing. Okay, so there you go. So I've pushed all that down, make sure it's fairly tight and sealed. So now the bulb is in place, the rubber cup's on. The only thing that's left to do is to plug that connector back in. And that's it. Start the engine, check the light works. That's perfect. I hope that's helped. Please do like, please subscribe, and leave comments if you so wish for me to answer any questions. Thanks.